Generally the maps means like a collection which stores the data in a key value pair format. Not only it stores the value, along with the value it stores the key, right? Simply maps like a suppose it is one map, simply maps like a key along with the value pairs. Like this it will store the multiple things. But here the condition will be maps have the unique keys but maybe a duplicate values. That means once what the value or the what the character you are using as a key, that cannot use it again in the same map. You can't able to use. Suppose my map has the key is a suppose key is the key, then I am not allowed to this key as a key name again. Key as a key name again. This is the maps. In the maps also you have the different things. Map types also is there. Not generally map is one interface. In this map interface you have the classes of hash map, linked hash map, and a tree hash map. Tree map, right? Hash map is a general map which implements, which doesn't contains the duplicate values. That means it contains the duplicate values but it doesn't contains the duplicate keys. Unique keys, maybe duplicate values. Why? Because you are accessing the values based on the keys only here. You are accessing the values based on the keys only. This linked hash map is a different thing. That means like a one node, every key map value as a one node and linking it in a somewhere. Suppose I have one key map pair here and another key map here. These two are not in the same memory location or a continuous memory location. They are in the different memory location. You are connect these two. That means maintaining the connection between these two. That is linked hash map. Tree map is arranging the keys in a sorted manner. Arranging the keys in a sorted manner. Like a when you are observing a tree set also what it do, it stores the elements in a sorted order. Like that here also your keys will be arranging in a sorted order. That means it will not maintain insertion order. In the linked hash map it will maintain insertion order. Okay, maintain insertion order. That you have to be differentiate. My hash map is the general hash map. It will contain the unique keys and maybe a duplicate values. And a linked hash map is maintaining the insert order. That means first key what you are inserting, it will be at first only. Suppose a duplicate and also here doesn't maintain the insertion. Not maintain. Maintain order. Not maintain the order. Okay. Not maintain the order. Linked hash map is maintaining the order. Tree map is arranging the keys in a sorted manner. This is the thing. And now you have to understand how can you create a hash map. In general, when you are creating the normal collection framework, you are just simply right? Creating a new class. My class name will be the map operations, right? First you have to observe how can you create an hash map. In general, map is an interface, right? By using the map interface also you can create. Import java dot util dot star. Okay, normally map is an interface. By using the map interface also you can develop, but here you have to pass it two parameters. One was the key type, another one was the value type. Okay, in general, in any collection you are passing the only one parameter here, one wrapper class here, which you have to store. But here you have to pass two things. Why? Because here keys and values, two parameters you have, right? My key is a string, suppose. My value is a integer. Okay, and my object name is mp1, or else map. Okay, new. Here you have to use that hash map. Okay, here also you can pass the data types of the string and integer. If you are not passing also, it will be the fine, or else you can pass here. Both are working fine. This is the one way you have to create a map, or else you can directly place here hash map, or else directly you can place here hash map. Instead of this map, I can directly place the hash map. Both are fine. Both are the first way of creating. One with the map interface, one with the direct class using you have to create. Both are fine. Okay, and go with the hash map. Right. In every collection, what are the operations we have to show, or we are seeing? One was the adding insertion operations. Insertion operation, right? Here, for the insertion operation, you have a method put. Put is the method. In this put, it will accept the two parameters. One was the key name, what you have to store, and another one was the value. For that, key has to be stored, right? Suppose I have to store map dot put of, right? My key name will be the first. Okay, string, right? So in a double quotes, first comma, here my integer value will be the one. Okay, first one. Here I can print that map. If I run it, it will display the first colon 1. First equals to 1. Suppose if I add another thing, here second colon 2, right? Already I have the first key, right? Already I have the first. Now what I have to do is I'll try to do it again, right? In before for the map, what the condition I am mentioned, map is having the only unique keys, but I am trying to go with the this key again. Then what will be happen? What it was happen? It was happening of that in before first key stores the value of 1, but now it was override by 6. That means updation. In the maps you have to update, or you can insertion of any value you are using through put method only, right? Put is helps to insertion and the updation of a key value, right? Okay. Right, first was the insertion and the updation. Insertion or updation you are seeing by using this put method. Second one will be the how to accessing the elements. How to access the element? Normally if you are go with the any collection, we are using the get method, right? In the get method you are directly passing the index for accessing the value at the particular index, but here in the maps you are accessing the values by using the keys, right? So in the get method you have to pass the key. Suppose we are go with the accessing, right? Accessing, in that accessing, how can we access is, suppose sys out of map dot get of, here you have to pass the key. My key will be the suppose second. If you observe here, it will not maintaining any order here, that is you have to observe second. Then what will be my output, right? Okay, I am go with the small l, right? So because of that, what is the value? 2. That means for insertion you or updation you have to go with the put. For the accessing of any value you go with the get method. Okay, next, remove. Next, remove is the method to delete the particular key. Okay, map dot remove of suppose I want to remove the first. Okay, and sys out of map. Right, it will delete the first and only having this. That means what the operations you are performing in the map, key is the key plays a major role to done all the operations, right? Suppose uh, you have the another methods also, that is for suppose you have to check one keys exist in your map or not, or you have to check one value is exist in your map or not, or you want all the keys of your map, or else you want all the values of your map. Then how it will be, right? Suppose uh, I'll add the values. Okay, for a while I'll remove this, and map dot put of third will be the 3. Okay, and map dot put of fourth is with the 4, right? Fourth is with the 4. Now the thing is, suppose you want all the keys, map dot mm, okay, map dot key set, it will returns one array. Why? Because you have the multiple keys, right? These multiple keys can be stored in a single collection agent. It will be one array, it will return it. Suppose you want to store it in somewhere, I'll show that one also. First we will observe, it will return what it is, right? It will return the only keys. Suppose you want to store it in some variable, then how can you store it? How can you store it? Suppose these all are strings, string array. Okay, you can go with the set. Map stores the only unique elements, right? So you can go with the set string arr map key dot set, then you can place the arr here, then also the same. Or else, suppose you want to access the values, my values will be the, suppose I'll go with the array list, integer l1 or vals equals to map dot values. Okay, collection is the parent to the all interfaces, so you can use the collection as a data type also. Collection is the parent to all interface. This map is under collection only, and also list is also under collection only. That means this is the collection is the parent interface to all the things, so you can use the directly collection here. And suppose you want to print here sys out of val vals, right? Okay, sys out of vals. This is the methods to accessing the keys and values. Suppose you want to access the keys and values as a pair, then how can you do that is okay, suppose you want keys and values as a one single unit, then suppose how can you do that is map dot entry set, I think entry set, map dot entry set. It will return the key value pairs as a array or the collection, right? Maps, that means it will return the keys and values side by side, right? Okay, and how can you traverse in this suppose you want to check one key is in your map or not. Sys out of map dot contains key or contains value. In the contains key you can mention that suppose I want to check the 5, it will return true or false, right? It will return the false. Why? Because the 5 is not exists in that, right? Because of that. Suppose if I go with the value, okay, now also it will return the false. Why? Because I don't have this, right? False. Suppose I'll go with here 4. True. Why? Because it will contains that value, right? It is the thing. And suppose in the same way you can go with the linked hash map here and also tree map here, both are the same. You can go with the linked hash map or the hash map, everything will be fine, right? Now how can you traverse in a map? Normally in before at the time of we are saying that loops, suppose you want to here know the size of your map, then map dot size is a method. Suppose you want to clear all the things, map dot clear is a method. But now here is how to we traverse in a collections, the thing how to we traverse in the collections, not only the maps. In before at the time of loops we will say that one loop is for each loop, for each loop or for in loop we will call it as and it was one thing, and iterator is also there. Both will helps to done this. How can you do it? Or traversing in a collection, suppose how can you traverse in the map? First thing, why these maps helps to you a lot is, suppose a condition or a one task is there to find the frequency of every character in a string. That means in a string every character how many times it will coming. For that what you have to do, first you have to traverse to the every character in a string and checking or the count maintaining, like that you have to do. For that maps will help you. Suppose I'll give the outlook to how to do. Suppose I have a string of hello, right? Suppose I have a task to print h how many times, one time, and e how many times, one time, l how many times, two times, right? O how many times, one time, right? This is the way I have to print, right? Then what is the option to me? Maps is the option to me. Why? Because I'll maintain every unique character as a key, and if again the key is there, then I'll go with. For checking the character is in my map or not, contains is a method I have, right? And for updating the value, put is a method to that. In that put, for that key I can update the value, right? Right? For accessing the value of a particular key, I have a get method, right? Based on that I can do a lot. Now for that how can you traverse? Suppose in this thing also I want to print highest frequency character, then suppose I want to print highest frequency character, then I have to print only this L. For that I have to traverse in the map. For that I have to traverse in the map and I have to find which value has that highest value, right? For that you know the how to traverse in a map. For traverse in a map there is a two ways, one by using the keys or by using the key value entry set, right? both will be fine. And first we'll see that by using the keys. Suppose I have this, right? Now I'll print map along with the key along with the value. Okay. Suppose I have this, right? I'll print now. For that, how can I go? Is now I'll show that for each loop. Suppose I have the one collection. That collection is mm, suppose set is one collection. Take the set as an example. Set is one collection. My set here only I can take set integer, right? Set integer s1 equals to map dot is suppose map dot key set, right? Map dot key set. Change type of s1 to string. Okay, why? Because I have the only string keys. Okay, right? This is one set. First I will print the every element in my set. How can I go? It is by using the for loop. Normally if you know the size, then by using the size also you can go. But here for loop, for each loop we will calling as a for each loop. How can we go? Suppose these are all the strings, right? String. Suppose my item is my name or it anything. String item in a s1. Sys out of item. Sys out of item. What you observe here is item means element. Suppose here in this s1 I am getting, suppose in this s1 I am getting the values of keys, right? First, second, third, fourth. Like this I am getting the values, right? Item means item will be the first, item will be the second, item will be the third, item will be the fourth, item will be the any other exact element. In before you are know the traverse by using the indexes. Based on the 0th index I will be the 0 1 2 3 without the element you are do. But here you are traversing based on the element. Suppose it is an integer, then you can go with the int data type. It was a float, you can go with the float. Item is the variable which indicates the element. S1 is the collection. It will be the set, or it will be the array list, or it will be the vector. Okay, anything, but it will not be map. Why? Because map has the two things. One was the key, other one was the value. Okay, right. Then how can you this is the way. First, once I'll go with this. This is the way you can go with the collections by using the for each loop. Second, third, first, fourth. Okay, based on an element you are going this. And for that for the map, suppose we'll see for the map how can we do, right? For normal collection I am showing this. Suppose I'll go with the for normal map. How can I traverse in a map? For again string key colon equals to my key will be come from a key set, right? Key set I'll directly use here map dot key set. Okay, but I have to print the key along with the value. How can I print? Sys out of key is the only the key, right? Key and arrow plus now how can I get the value? I have a key, right? Key is my key. So map dot get of key, right? I'll run this. Then I can get the first colon 6, second colon 2, third colon like this. Second to first key value pairs. This is the one way you are go through the map, how to traverse in a map. But another way is there. In before we are seeing that entry set, right? Entry set. For that entry set like that also you can go. We'll see that one also. Suppose for map, my entry set getting the map dot entry, normal map dot entry. Map entry has one method, that method having the two things, string comma integer. Why? Because my values are storing like this only, right? String comma integer, and this I can go with the mp, okay, or key value pair mp colon. How can I get that key value pairs? By using the map dot entry set, right? Entry set only provides the key value pairs, right? So here mp is my object here, or the element, okay. Now what I have to do is I have to print the value sys out of mp dot get key. That means mp dot get key. Everything we are converting as a one map, okay, single map, plus mp dot get value. These are the two methods to getting the values, and I can go with this. It will print again the same, the second column fourth. We will go with the colon in place of this. We will go with the colon. Right? This is the two ways you are traversing in the maps, right? This is the concept we are ending with the maps. And I have to tell one thing. We are seeing that for each loop, right? For each loop can be applicable to the all the things, but another thing is also there. It was a iterator. Iterator. Iterator is the concept to go through the loops or traversing. What the difference between the iterator and for each loop is? Suppose mm, 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 mm. Okay, I'll go with the one thing. For example, set is the thing. In the set integer s1 equals to new hash set. New hash set. I can add the elements to the set one. Add of 1 s1 dot add of 10, okay, s1 dot add of 30, okay, right? Now what I am doing is I have to traverse in the loop. First I can print that entire loop. I can traverse in the entire loop. Set out system dot out of s1, right? Suppose I want to traverse in the set. How can I go? For all are the integer types, int val, suppose val colon s1, right? But the thing is, I want to, when the traversing of the time, when I found that 10 is the value, I have to update it to the 100. Okay, if I found the value of 10, then I have to update it to the 100, right? Then how can I do that? In the normal things, suppose if I go with the val, right? Suppose if val equals to 10, then what you have to do is you have to add the 100 or replace in place of 10, right? Or I'll do one thing, s1 dot remove of 10. Okay, I'll try to do it, right? If I found the 10, I have to remove it, and after that here also I have to print the s1 of s1. Then I can observe what will be my output. What will be happened is, by using the for each loop, I can't do traversing and updation at a time. I can't able to do traversing and updation at a time. For that I have the iterator concept. Normally how the iterator will do is normally how can you define an iterator is, suppose you have this one. Normally syntax for iterator, syntax here, iterator is the class or the interface. In this you have to mention the data type of the iterator, and it is a variable colon. That means here you have to mention the collection type, set or array list or anything collection type, and here also the type or collection type dot iterator. This is the way you have to create it, and you have to traverse in the iterator has a has next method and the next method. What it was do, suppose has next method helps to checking the if the next element exists or not. Next will returns next element. Remove returns the current element remove. Okay, the same thing I have, but I can go with the iterator. My values are integers, right? Integer, the thing will be the itr is my object anything. Next I'll go with the how to I mention it is a s1, right? S1 is the set, s1 dot iterator, s1 dot iterator is a method, right? That means what the interface you are using here, that you have to the variable you have to mention, right? This is the normal syntax collection. Okay, and after that traversing in this you have a three methods. Firstly, it has next, it is one method, takes the next element exists or not. Okay, next method is next of, I think it has next, not has next of current elements, takes the next element or returns the next element, returns next element. Next thing will be the remove is another method, removes the current element. removes the current element, returns next element, removes the current element, right? Right. Now the same thing what we are do in the set we can do here also. First I can print the sys out of that set of s1, right? After that I'll go with the while. Why? Because here we are dealing with the next element exists or not. For that itr dot has next is the method helps to traverse in that and has next checks the next element exists or not. And that means suppose itr dot next if I can store it in integer val equals to itr dot next. It means first initially it has next is at outside of the set. Imagine the thing. Firstly has next is at outside of the set. Here I have the set of values 1 comma 10 comma 30, right? Initially it will check has next is outside the thing, itr is outside the thing. It's checking next element exists or not. Next element exists, then itr next means itr is at 1. Okay, itr is at 1, itr next off. Okay, itr next off. And suppose if value equals to 10, okay, value equals to 10, what you have to do, you have to remove that, right? What you have to remove? Exactly itr. Where is the itr is at value, itr dot remove. Okay, itr dot remove. And here I can go with the sysout of s1, right? It will update it. Iterator and the for each, it is the difference. For each only traversing can do, but iterator, while the doing of the traversing, it will update the things also. Okay, right? Suppose you want to only print the or traversing option, then you can simply go with this sysout of itr dot next, right? 11030. It is one concept of iterable. We'll see that for each and the iterable also, right? We'll end up this session. Thank you.